Humanity was never meant to survive. Not against the empires that had ruled the stars for millennia. Not against civilizations that had perfected the art of war before humanity had even learned to write. The Galactic Dominion, an empire of unimaginable power, had crushed thousands of species beneath its heel, erasing entire civilizations from existence as if they had never been. When they turned their eyes toward Earth, there was never any question of victory. To them, we were nothing more than an infestation, a primitive and reckless species barely worth the effort of conquest. The Dominion did not come to negotiate, they came to exterminate. The first attack was swift and merciless. A fleet darkened Earth's skies, weapons powerful enough to tear continents apart fired without hesitation. Cities burned, oceans boiled, and in a matter of weeks, the planet that had been our home for hundreds of thousands of years was reduced to little more than smoldering rock. Billions died in the first days. Those who survived faced even worse fates, captured as slaves, experimented on, or hunted for sport. The Dominion did not simply want humanity gone, they wanted every trace of us erased, every monument to our existence turned to dust. The galaxy would forget we had ever been. But we were not so easily erased. Even as the last signals from Earth faded into the void, even as the Dominion declared their extermination complete, humanity refused to die. Some had escaped before the final bombardments, slipping away into deep space in stolen or scavenged ships. We were scattered, broken, with nowhere to call home. But we still existed, and as long as we existed, we could fight. A single hidden colony remained, Blackreach, a secret stronghold built on a rogue planet drifting between stars, so far from the galactic core that even the Dominion had never charted it. There, in the frozen dark, the last remnants of humanity gathered. Scientists, soldiers, engineers, smugglers, anyone who had managed to escape the purge. They were not warriors, they were not conquerors, they were survivors, and they were desperate. The Dominion believed the war was over. But in the cold of Blackreach, humanity prepared for the last, most impossible war of all. We had no armies, no fleets, no resources. What we had was desperation, stolen technology, and a single, impossible plan. If we could not defeat the Dominion through strength, we would break them with something they had never encountered before, the human ability to fight even when all hope was gone. The plan was simple in its madness: lure the Dominion's high fleet to Epsilon 9, a dying world orbiting a collapsing neutron star, and trigger a singularity event that would consume the entire system. The Dominion had never faced an enemy that would destroy itself simply to take them down. They would never see it coming. When the Dominion detected human activity near Epsilon 9, they took the bait. They arrived in overwhelming force, their flagship leading a fleet that had conquered 100 worlds. The battle began as expected. Our ragtag fleet, held together by scavenged parts and stolen weapons, was no match for them. One by one, our ships fell, exactly as planned. They thought they were wiping us out. In reality, they were falling into position. But then, something happened that no one expected. As the battle raged, half the Dominion's fleet turned against its own. Explosions ripped through their ranks, not from human weapons, but from their own warships. Communication channels filled with panicked Dominion voices as their own commanders issued conflicting orders. A rebellion had begun. For centuries, the Dominion had ruled through fear, crushing any species that resisted. But something had changed. When they saw humanity, a species that had lost everything and still refused to surrender, something inside them cracked. If humans could fight against impossible odds, why couldn't they? The spark of defiance spread, and suddenly, the Dominion's greatest fleet was tearing itself apart. Even with the rebellion, the Dominion still had overwhelming power. They had thousands of ships, entire planets full of resources. Humanity had only one weapon left, the Singularity. The Resolute, a single battered warship carrying the last of humanity's scientists, made the final run toward the neutron star. The Dominion tried to stop them, but their own rebelling ships shielded the Resolute, buying precious seconds. As the ship plunged into the gravity well, the last transmission was sent across every surviving channel. We are not the strongest. We are not the oldest. But we are the ones who refuse to kneel. The detonation sequence activated. The collapsing neutron star destabilized, triggering an event that no Dominion scientist had ever dared attempt. Space itself twisted and tore, and within seconds, the entire system was consumed. The Dominion's high fleet, the most powerful armada in the known galaxy, was wiped from existence in an instant. The empire that had ruled for thousands of years shattered in a single moment. Humanity had survived. Blackreach, once a hidden refuge, became something greater. The spark of rebellion spread across the galaxy. The Dominion collapsed, and in its place, something new began to rise. Humanity was no longer just a species struggling to survive. We had become a symbol, a reminder that even in the face of impossible odds, those who refuse to kneel can never truly be defeated. They called us weak. They called us doomed. They thought they could erase us from history. But in the end, they learned the truth. Against all odds, against all empires, humanity endures.